So we are in set number 5. And it is going to be last, coming out against Zero. Birthday Boy gets to play after all, thanks to his teammates pulling it out for him. And, ooh, that would be an awesome birthday present if he could close out a reverse 3-2 here. But given his form, compared to last's form this season, I'm not sure if it's possible. Although last, I mean, he's mostly been tested against Terrence. Looks like he's only played one TBZ this season, and he did lose it. I'm afraid I don't know against who. But, well, let's see here. The map is going to be Electric Circuit. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this chat here. See if, okay, looks like, yeah, nobody else. People are just discussing the lack of a GG. Honestly, I think that has got to be like the first time I've ever seen that in a pro game. Ever. And I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. I can't imagine that, like, was Bogus really that mad that he would not GG on purpose? He cost his team a point. Or was it just a warning? Somebody said it was just a warning. Was it really just a warning? Oh yeah, thank you, Blind War. Yeah, last lost to Action. That was actually while he was on his win streak too. He was like 6-0 and then he lost to Action, which was hilarious. But Biopower, I said pro gamers. So anyway. That was a sick burn, by the way. Zing! Two cautions equals one warning equals -1 point on win-loss. So was that just a caution? Or was it a warning? Was it? Wait, cautious and warning are like synonyms, aren't they? Or caution and warning? I don't know. Man, could you imagine though? Because like everything is so close in the middle of the standings right now. Like, could you imagine if STX lost a playoff position by like 1 game, and it was actually like if Bogus had GG'd, they would have gone to like some tiebreaker or something instead. But because he didn't GG, they actually just don't get into the playoffs. Like, how crazy that would be! Oh man. Anyway, we are going into Game 5. It is going to be a cross-map TVZ on Electric Circuit, or should I say Neo Electric Circuit. Last will be the green Terran in the bottom right. And Zero, Birthday Boy Zero, is going to be the blue Zerg in the top left. Can he take it down? Can he close out the reverse 3-2? That'd be pretty amazing. Of course, on Wednesday, I think, spoiler alert, STX did in fact reverse 3-2 Team 8, which is quite funny. Wait, well, that was STX, right? Wait, am I getting confused? No, that was STX. Now I'm suddenly not sure. It was. I'm pretty sure. Wait. Wait. Yes. Yes, it was them. But they actually lost 1-3 to teammate before that, though. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, let's see what Zeros decides to do. It's a pretty good map for lurkers, of course, since you have those back power generator thingies, side disruptors. I can never remember what they're called. But, I don't know. Let's see what Zero does. I hope we see an epic long TVZ and we get to see some of Zero's Queen Hydra play. Love Zero's late game ZVT. Love his Queen play. So good. Anyway, last is going to wall in here. And I think that is in good position so that the Marines will in fact pop out on the inside of the wall. Anyway, hatchery down for 0. It is a 12 hatch. And looks like he is scouting with a drone towards the top right. Not going to see anything there. So what is last going to do? Is he actually... Yes, he is actually taking his gas. That's usually what happens when you wall in. Now what is he going to do though? Is he... He could do a one-fact expand, he could do some kind of crazy wraith or drop play. I think we have seen a fair amount of drop play in TVZ on this map. I mean, you know, there's that back mineral only that Zergs like to take with their third hatchery, so they're a little bit more spread out, and you can sneak drops in pretty easily around the side, like past that high ground. But yeah, let's see what happens. And yep, there is 0 sending his drone to take the mineral only as his third, or with his third hatch. Usually that would just be a macro hatch planted somewhere between the main and the natural. But since you get that base for free on this map, you might as well take it. Interestingly, one of the changes made to this map in this round is that there's an extra mineral patch at that back mineral only. So originally that only had 5 mineral patches, but now it has 6. So that is going to help 0 a little bit. Looks like he's building a sunken now at the front. SCV going to get it anyway and see what's up. And we did see the factory being planted for last in a location that would be very difficult for an overlord to get to. Or actually, no, I suppose not, because he doesn't have marines outside at his natural. So either way, he's kind of building him in somewhat hidden location. It's going to be 1 starport, not 2 port, since he did in fact pull 1 guy off gas. So just going to go for 1 port. Could be drops, could be just 1 port wraith. Might make a wraith and then go for drops. I don't know, we'll see. He's actually going to go harass with these 2 marines. I don't think he'll get the overlord, but that is a little bit scary. And if he does actually go for a wraith now, he will be able to kill that overlord extremely quickly. One other thing to note is... Oh, I forgot. I had another point. What was it? Damn. Oh, yes, we saw 0 mining out the back minerals there. Of course, that was to prevent an SCV from pushing a vulture through. Basically, you can just stick a vulture in there, in between the mineral patches, and use an SCV to push that in the back. And that'll be quite annoying since 0 only has the sunken at the front. To have a vulture running around in his base would be pretty tragic. So good little move right there. I'm actually curious. Oh, he's actually getting hydrogen as well. I'm actually curious whether, like, I don't remember players doing that on Medusa. Did players do that on Medusa? Mine out the back mineral things? So I don't remember that. But presumably they figured out how to do that by then. So maybe I just didn't watch enough games, or maybe I just forgot. Anyway, either way, it is just 1 fact, 1 port into an expansion for last. Not doing anything crazy like 2 port. And there's the transfer. Of course, the Ling of 0 did see it, so he's not overly concerned either. So 1 wraith was made, and as I said, going to be able to take down that overlord quite quickly. And he's going to follow up with a control tower, presumably just for drops. 1 port cloaked wraith I don't think makes as much sense in this matchup as something like in a TVT. You do sometimes see that. Looks like Vulture's going to lay some spider mines here, just to prevent counterattack. And oh, Blindwar says they never did that on Medusa, so I wonder if that's something they just like recently figured out was a good idea, just to mine out this back. No, it definitely had 2 patches in the back, so huh. Interesting. Maybe it had more stacked patches or something, so it took longer to mine out. Like this one looks like you can mine it out fairly quickly with just one worker. I'm not really sure. Maybe it wasn't viable on Medusa. Anyway, we do have a Spire follow-up for 0. That's pretty standard to go for some mutas after this follow-up. And looks like we have a fast vessel follow-up from last year. Very interesting. So that is definitely going to help against the impending Mutalisks. Sometimes we see players go for Valkyries, but in this case, going for the vessels, I think I do like this better. We did see somebody go for fast Valkyries on this map. the other day, and then the Zerg just went for Lurker, so it didn't do anything. Or maybe it wasn't this map, but either way, I do think it's better to go for Vessel on a map like this, where it's more likely for your opponents to go Lurkers. I mean, Mutas are definitely the go-to build for Zergs now, rather than Lurkers. So going for Valkyries is not necessarily too big of a risk. However, on a map like this, Lurkers have a much higher possibility of coming out, so the Vessel will help against that, but will also help you against the Mutas. It's just a little bit more versatile. Anyway, it looks like a drone was at the 12 o'clock to try and take that base, but did get sniped. Of course, when you're facing a fast tech build like this, it is a good idea to... You can take a pretty quick fourth like this, although I guess at this point it's not that quick anymore. It's pretty standard. But basically, the point is, right now, Last does not have a big standing ground army, so Zero is not in any of danger of really getting attacked seriously. I mean, as you saw, Last was just laying some spider mines to defend himself. Actually, he does not have much stuff at all for defense anymore. Because of that overload speed finish, Zero's actually been able to clear out a lot of the mines, and Last, while going for all this fancy harassment and fast vessel build, looks like looks like he actually had a Siege-Cheng in the back, so he will be okay here, but man, that was looking a little bit scary perhaps for Last. And Zero now has Mutas out, so yeah, he's got to be careful, although I mean, I think it's going to come down to how good the Irradiate is and how quickly Zero can split the Irradiated Muta out once that goes down. Zero is now taking a 12 o'clock. And looks like Last, doing a good job planting mines at all the possible expansions of the Zerg. Just making sure that Zero can't get any hidden expansions or anything like that. And there the Mutas go. Now there are 2 vessels already out, presumably at least one of them has a Irradiate. Perhaps both of them do by now. It's been a little while, and it looks like Zero is really kind of being wishy-washy with these Mutas, just flying around the middle, not really committing or anything. It looks like no Queen's Nest yet for Zero. Actually, no, perhaps it's a little bit early still for a Queen's Nest. But I mean, definitely just want to be going for that. You can see now it is just a standard bio transition for Last. He's not actually going for mech, so Zero should get some lurkers and go for his hive. Now the vessels are out. I don't think they were spotted by the Overlord, although there are some Scourge actually running around, perhaps looking for them. Muta's just going in the back to take down that depot that was there. I mean, I think Last will be okay. He's definitely got at least 2 Irradiates now, and there is the first Irradiate, so Zero, how good is the split? Wow, very nice split. He's got to keep it out, though. Yep, wow, amazing job by Zero there. Man, he made that look so easy, but that, let me tell you, is not easy at all to fan those Mutas out like that so quickly. Man, I mean, even pro gamers we see fail epically at the split sometimes. They just they split it out, but they didn't get it quite right. So there's 2 Mutas stuck together, and then they accidentally didn't unhockey it, so they it all clumps up again, and they just ugh, it's terrible. But that was really quite nice. Anyway, Queen's Nest just now on the way, but Terran's already pushing, and this is actually a bit scary because these vessels obviously are quite quick compared to what you normally see in TVZ. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a TVZ expert by any means, so my timing is usually not amazing. And since we're seeing a bit of an unorthodox strategy here, I'm not really sure how Zero feels about this attack. He's definitely a bit nervous here. He's got mainly Mutas, and oh man, he's gonna get irradiated yet again. There's another decent split. But oh man, a second Irradiate actually went down. Oh no, Zero. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That happens so often. The Irradiated Muta just freaks out in the middle of the pack, and it's just a little bit yucky. Zero, by the way, was trying to Muta bomb these vessels, but wasn't successful. And he's got a decent number of lurkers. He's got to just get a good position now. The actual bio army is not that big. It's really the vessels that are scary here. See, that Terran ground force is actually not that big, and it looks like Zero actually thinking about just going for a counterattack, pumping out an insane amount of Zerglings there. Wow, that was a lot of Lings. By the way, there was a lurker at Zero's own back door there. I think he might have actually been breaking down his own back door just to prevent any rally point issues with that back mineral only hatchery. Zergs, I think, often do that. They often did that on Medusa just to fix their rally So they would just rally kind of a little bit further outside their natural to protect that. And there's the counterattack from Zero. Not that many units in the natural by Last. The Last army is coming back right now. You can see in the minimap the big green blob is coming back, but it is not going to be in time here. It's just, oh man, Morlings running in here. How much damage are the Lurkers going to do? Last being forced to pull back and actually gonna, oh my god, losing the siege tanks and the medics. Oh my god, Zero, amazing surround right there, catching the stragglers of the Terran army with a bunch of lings. Brilliant play by Zero. Last is in a lot of trouble right now. Zero has taken a supply lead. Last is not mining from his natural. He's losing control of his army. Zero, fantastic counter by him. And he's still got units in the base. He's got lurkers on top of the barracks. Zero is looking good to close out this reverse 3-2 here. Zero, can he do it? Oh, losing the last lurker, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's in such a good position. Oh, trying to catch a few vessels. Last not gonna let that happen. And, well, I mean, Zero, he's in fantastic shape. You know, I was a little bit scared for him because his hive seemed quite late relative to the vessel timing. But Zero knows best. I trust in Zero, and he is setting up some more lings now for another counter. Last, meanwhile, has gotten his own back mineral only. So he's not completely dead. Ooh, that's a bit of a mistake. Oh, are we going to get some more? Oh, no! Terrible mistake from Last. Oh man, losing those 3 vessels for free. I mean, those were his secret weapon, or I guess not so secret weapon. And now he's lost those. Oh man, Last is in Frowntown right now. So, oh, we got some fancy mine on ling action. Ooh. Zero is actually trying to control those, like, to minimize the damage. That was quite cute, but looks like he didn't quite get it. And, well, Last is moving out yet again. The Defiler should be close to out. There's a lot of Lurker Ling, though, so maybe it doesn't matter. That nice Lurker field right there. That's a nice spread, too, by the way. So Splash... Or, wait, no. Bird units don't... No, they do take Splash. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Defiler's out. Wait, Bird Lurkers take splash damage, right? Bird units take splash damage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they do. No, they definitely do. Obviously, that's why you can do fancy tricks like putting a unit on there and splashing it. Okay, anyway, I'm being dumb. Don't listen to me. I'm a terrible commentator. The last vessel of Last gets taken out, and it looks like Zero's just going to go in now. He's running into a funnel, but he does have Dark Swarm, so it looks like it's going to be fine. Some links running around the side. They might get a good mine drag, perhaps. Oh man, there's a lot of mines all over the place. And, well, the last tank is going to get taken down at least. So, Last, what is he doing? He's got units all over the place. Doesn't even know the cracklings, tearing these Marines to pieces. Oh, man. And, I mean, Last, once again, dropping below 0 supply. Terran should be a little bit ahead in supply by this point in the game. But, nope. 0 looks like he's gotten the 9 o'clock already. And Last is doing the mech switch, but like he doesn't have position on the map, so that's not really going to work. Like he can't even lay mines in good places. Like usually what you want to have happen is, when you're doing this kind of thing, is if like you push the Zerg all the way back to his natural with your Bioforce, and then a bunch of vultures come in and you mine up the outside of his natural, so he just can't leave his base. Like that's the ideal situation for the Terran. That's what they want to happen. But in this case, it's like completely the opposite. 0 has the map control. I mean, Last is going to try and be cute and run around with these vultures, but it's going to be quite difficult for him. So, Stars pulling out the reverse 3-2. I mean, I'm calling it already. Obviously, the game is not over just yet, but I can't really imagine 0 losing this game. I mean, he's been playing it quite beautifully so far, so he would have to screw up quite badly to lose this. Anyway, oh, more lings going on mine clearing duty. And Hatchery in the top right is under attack. Are those Hydras going to get there in time? Looks like they won't. So Zero's going to lose that hatchery, but he already has a 9 o'clock as well, so I don't think that's a big deal. Last, I believe, took the 6 o'clock. I don't know if that's actually mining, though. I hope we get a shot of that soon. Anyway, that is going to get taken down. And, ooh, what is this? Are we going to have a drop? Oh, wait, no. Oh. Okay, he was making a comp sat. Oops. Looks like Last accidentally lifted that back minor only command center in order to plan a comp sat. I thought he actually thought there was a drop in that Overlord, so he, like, lifted it for no reason. But look at this! Look at this! Man, that accidental lift actually saved Last, because now all his SCVs were out of position, so, like, there's actually not that many SCVs here. Oh, man, look, they're just coming back now, look! Wow, Last, lucking out a little bit, making a silly mistake, and yet actually not paying the price. That is quite amusing. Anyway, oh, Zero moving in here with his Hydra Ling, Hydra Lurker Ling Defiler. I think it's actually quite good at, well actually no, now that I think about it, he already got the Hydra upgrades earlier, so making them now is actually not a bad move at all. Of course, Hydra is really the only good thing at clearing mines, I guess besides air units obviously, but either way. Zero busting this down. And he's now in like a 20 supply lead, 20 something supply lead. Ultra's Cavern on the way for Zero. And I mean, Last is trying to hold on, but he's pretty dead. I don't know what he thinks he can do right now. Look at this, he's got, you know, swarms and lurkers all over the place. I mean, I don't know, is this 6 o'clock mining? I really wish the Obs would give us a shot at the 6 o'clock. I don't know if it does though. And there's another lurker drop in the minute only. Run SCVs, run! Run! Obviously Last is probably not going to leave the game for a while because, you know, it's the deciding game of the series and he doesn't want to lose it. Okay, it looks like the 6 o'clock is actually not mining. He does have it though. It looks a little bit out of place to me, but I think that's just how it is on this map. I think it just looks a little bit weird. Anyway, it looks like he's actually switching into Goliaths. I have absolutely no idea why. Why would you make Goliaths in this situation? Well, I mean, he is doing the full mech switch, but like, there's no mute. Zero's not making mutas. So that's not really necessary. And oh, a huge plague on the middle, getting a bunch of vessels there, a couple of barracks. I mean, Zero, he's just trying to end this game. He's like, he's thinking to himself, he's like, Last, leave the game, bro. Leave the game. But yeah, I would think in this situation better to just go mass tank Vulture, considering Zero is clearly not going for air. And you can be a lot more efficient that way, but I don't know. Zero is now 60 supply ahead. It's a slight advantage, a slight advantage. And so I guess CV is running away from the 6. Come on, Last, you're dead. You're dead, man. Zero, you can't fight the power of the birthday boy. Your base is on fire and it's flying at the same time. I mean, seriously, man, that is the indication for you to leave the game, when your base is on fire in the air. And Zero just gonna leave a few Hydras here to deny the 6 o'clock. And that Lurker is just gonna kill everything by itself because it's awesome. I don't know. I wonder. I mean, where are Zero's queens and stuff? Because this is the mech switch, right? So Zero should be making some queens now. You know, going some broodling. He's getting ultras, I guess. So that's taking up all his gas. But he's got a lot of money. He's got like almost 1,000 gas and 2,000 minerals right now, and he's still making Hydro Ling. Like, that's not really necessary. Dude, make some good units. Ooh, nice Plague on those siege tanks. Plague, of course, extremely good against mech units. since they don't have anything to heal them. And there's the GG from last. Zero with the win. Whoa, I almost didn't recognize him there for a second. His hair looks a little bit crazy. But he has closed out the reverse 3-2 there. And he didn't actually look that happy. Like, he's not jumping for joy, man. Zero. Zero, smile. Smile. Zero, smile. You just completed a 3-2 victory. Why does Stars not look overjoyed right now? Why do they not look overjoyed? I don't know. Why are people telling me to play in the qualifier? It's not for half an hour. It's not for half an hour. I can't play anything. Anyway, so stay tuned. We have one more series, and it's going to be Khan versus CJ, which should be a better series. Although this was quite exciting, a reverse 3-2. Although the individual games I thought were kind of meh. Kind of meh. But yes, Khan versus CJ coming up, guys.
연승을 달릴 때는 좋지만 연승을 깜짝 활약을 하다가 연승이 딱 끊겼을 경우에 그 상태에서 헤어나지 못하는 경우도 있었거든요. 예전에 이제 그 프로게이머들의 승리의 어떤 추이 같은 것을 살펴봤을 때 말이죠. 네, 바로 이런 것들을 김성현 선수가 얼마나 이제 팀의 관리를 받으면서 이런 그 성병통을 빠르게 이제 극복해낼 수 있느냐, 이게 좀 문제일 것 같습니다. 네.
Alright, welcome to the second series of the day. It is going to be CJ Entis versus Samsung Khan, the recently dethroned, or I guess no, not recently dethroned. They were dethroned a while ago by KT, but CJ, shall we say, the Titans from round one, who have now fallen into